And we're back. Welcome to the channel. I hope I have everything turned on. Everything should be correct. Yeah, welcome to my channel. My name is NotRaisin. We shall be playing PLO on Round Ones. And let me just check. There was a very juicy guy on microgaming earlier today. Just have the client open on the side. Should he come back, I definitely gonna jump on tables with him. He was one of my favorite people to play against. Very profitable. But alas, it's not to be. He's not online right now. However, 30 entries are online and the PLO 20 pooled to the run at once, and I'd say we get in there right away. Right. And what do you know? Get seated at the first table. So I believe the first session went, we basically broke even, like a really tiny profit, something like that. And certainly went well. All in all. And I also got my streamer rig back today, which certainly helped a lot. Was good for another 20 buy-ins. And you know, that's a good thing. It's a nice chunk of change. Bringing us just a little bit closer to be able to move up to PLO 50 at some point. Ah, right. I know what's missing. More tea is what's missing. Right. Ooh, no, things are happening all over the place. I guess somebody else joined the table, the pool, because now we are sitting, albeit short-handed, but still, on 4 tables. Gonna let this go. What gonna do here? Here we get to check. I think I'm gonna bet this. Sorry about chatting on the side. I'm almost done with that. Bothwick Poker, welcome back to the channel, and Slick Poker, welcome to the channel. Thanks for the good luck wishes. Always appreciated. Yeah, so as I said, the rake back came in today, and that was very nice. It was about 20 buy-ins, and starting us off well for the month, I guess. Getting us just a tiny bit closer to PLO 50. Well, actually not that tiny. Yeah, letting this go, of course. Down here, we will do the same, I think. Yeah. Semi-decent hand on here, at least for a four-handed table. Ace King Queen 7 suited to the king. It's not great to play this multi-way, so I'd rather raise than just limp behind. Trying to get it heads up. Not a happy board. Here I of course raised with the Jack 10 8 6. Having no spades in my hand. Let's check it once. I think that is a very nice card. Not only does it give us the nut straight, we have a redraw to a flush now. Here we miraculously backed into the nuts. Here we did take it down. Yeah, but I didn't mind that bet sizing there at all on table 2. Having no spade. Yeah, I think that's fine. Frenchie is back in the channel. Welcome back, Frenchie. It is a pleasure. It's been a while, man. You know, no fault to you, because I was offline for a week, basically. Good, welcome back to the session with aces here, double suited. With an ace and a deuce, with an 8 and a deuce in there. Frenchie has news. I am all ears. I suspect it is gonna be poker related. Possibly. Possibly having to do with the end of your studies? Hey, Slick Poker. You know, a lot of surprising things have happened with this channel in the last 8 weeks, but what do you mean that I have a sub button already? I mean, can't you technically subscribe to, like, the newest, even a completely new Twitch channel? But I am certainly impressed myself by the things that have been happening on this channel. Since I didn't know what to expect, and subsequently I didn't expect anything. This is weird bet size. I'm not really gonna raise fold this. This is like I want to see the turn for a really cheap bet, I would think. I'm thoroughly confused. Okay, now I'm definitely gonna stick to my guns regarding to the raise folding here. Right. Right. Yeah, but Slick Poker, I made my way to like affiliate on Twitch. I didn't even know what it meant in the beginning. Like really quickly. And just things have been happening like all the time. 2 weeks ago I got raided by Jen Anders like 3 days in a row. It was nuts. Completely mental. So here we have the open ender and the jacks, which are probably not going to be good four ways. So Freshy, do tell us the news. I am curious. This one I'm going to let go on the small blind. It's not strong enough to raise. Here he finds the bet button and with just the open ender, no spades, I'm going to let it go. Flop the toppest of pairs. And a backdoor flush draw, I guess. I do take it out, that's very nice. Not really a board where a lot of good turns can come up. No reason to slow play this. It's gonna be much harder for me to make a full house having a pair in my hand. Guess betting a little smaller is an option, especially seeing that I block the straights here heavily. So I'm not gonna be too worried if like a 10 or a queen rolls off. Yeah, I think I would have preferred a slightly smaller bet size on my end. Maybe even a check with all the jacks might be worth thinking about. Up here, so he no bets part, which I find utterly strange. I do find it strange. Finish my data input needed. Oh, indeed, yeah, your data input, indeed. Sorry. So you finished your studies? Because I know you've been studying hard. I kind of won something. Ooh, do tell. So I'm doing a little bit of 100 BB poker. Hey, welcome to the club, man. You know, I haven't been, because you were short stacking earlier, right? So you were looking to short stack now. Gonna let this go, I think. It's again the same story. I don't really want to call it a small blind, and it's possibly a little bit too weak to come over the top with. It looks like I can have some flop spots. Always appreciated, as you well know. Appreciate all the input I'm getting from the chat. Ooh. Also happy seeing the aces here. In the form of ace 6-5, triple suited in clubs. Okay. So we flopped the top set. And the open ender. And take it down, certainly not a bad result. Yeah, awesome, Frenchie. Looking forward to it. And you do know, you know that I do need help every once in a while. Plenty of spots I'm not certain what to do in. When you're getting slowly, they're getting fewer in between. I'm slowly getting there. I need to check the PLO matrix less and less often. But still a long road ahead. And this might help. The King 5-5 double suited on the button. We get to open. Not gonna fold to re-raise naturally. I'm also most likely not gonna come over the top. And that is a decent board. Also nice to see that he leads out. Let's hope he has a 6 here. Let's get some money in here right away. If he has a 6, he's never folding, right? Guess it was a bluff. Maybe stabby on paired boards. Maybe that's the takeaway there. And we flop top and bottom here with the gutter to the nuts. No dime, no, what is it? It's clubs. Clubs is the suit. Betting half is pretty much my standard bet sizing here. With almost all of my range, almost all of my hands. Okay, that puts 2 flushes on there, which we're not blocking at all though. So honestly, I prefer him to bet so I can put it all in. And I'm gonna pot it here. It's almost 50% of the time the river is one that I'm not gonna dig too much. Gonna be one. As in, it's gonna put a flush on the board. mean, the hard flush wouldn't be as concerning, seeing it's backdoored. Okay. Really hope he doesn't bet out now. For the pot, huh? I mean, I have to let it go every once in a while. It's a bluff, sure. But I think like the dividing line in my head is if I have a heart, then I might think longer about calling. If I don't have one, I'll just let it go. And if it was a bluff, then, you know, more power to him. You need to get bluffed every once in a while. If you don't, then you're just calling way too often, I think. Got a Zem Aces down here. That's an interesting board, although the small blind certainly has a king fairly often. Let's just check behind for now. That's half, fair enough. Okay. Oh, he checks, and I think I will bet. Perfect. $5 months, huh, Frenchie? Wow, that's a very interesting approach as well. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone doing that. I can see why, though. It's impressive. Also, the writing down is gold. At least for me, I learn much better when I write stuff down. I mean, I do have a flush, sure. Let's call. Not helpful. Wait. Oh, because he had sevens. I was gonna say I have the better flush. I'm calling here with the double suited ace 10 10 6. Mirror slot. I was hoping / assuming that he has a 6 and I can get some money in. Yeah, that's it. Getting value from a 6. Building a pot right away. And didn't result in a big pot. At least it resulted in me being able to take the note that he's apparently stabby on paired boards. In single raised heads up pot. I'm not that optimistic, I think, if he bets out. He can't have kings. That would be a reasonable hand to do it with. Because I had them, and any 6 might have led there. Here against the small blind, I'm just gonna check. Could let it go. Well, I'm also raising there as a bluff sometimes, Miron. In fact, I have on stream. I'm not saying I have to have a raising range there, but that's actually an excellent question. That's also a good answer, yeah, because you want to build pots. Right. Oh, hang on, I think I need to kill the song in a moment. Not sure what the move is here. I think it's fine as a re-raise. I'll look it up in a moment. First I need to kill the song. Okay, unfortunately down here it gets raised by a very sleepy dude. I'm gonna have to let it go. Checking here. This was the dude who was stabby there, so note to self. He bets out now, doesn't mean he has it. This is certainly a hand to possibly put a bet in on. I mean, we're not blocking ace king or anything like that at all, but it's now credible that I have aces and trying to get some money in now. Well, let's check this one out. It was the queen queen jack 10. I think that is a fine 3-bet. It was an MP raise essentially, yeah. We were in the big blind versus MP. We have double suited queen queen. Let's check it out. Queen queen jack 10 is perfect. The queen queen jack jack. There's not many that hands that are raise calls, but this one is one. This one is one. Sounds weird. Yeah. Long story short, that was fine. GTO approved, basically. Solver approved. Yeah, right, Borthwick. I mean, I was surprised to see him snap fold there, like a probe and probe bet or a donk, whatever, and fold like pretty much without thinking. Check that hand out. We just saw the tail end off. Something interesting was going down. So he raised. He came over the top pre. Oh, I have aces on another table. I'll switch over as soon as something happens. Actually, I'll switch over right now. Yeah, I have no relevant blockers. Only thing I am blocking is stuff like Jack 9, 7, 9, but I doubt he would lead that for part here. Need to let it go, fair enough. Right, can't be part of this party. Just a pity we would have flopped nicely, but would have, should have, could have. The fold is certainly the way to go here pre. In a splash pot, you have a double suited hand, but that's not nicely double suited. Both high cards are of the same, and there's some value here. There's some extra money in there, but all in all, I think I'll let it go. Different story up here. Even though the 7 I'm not too excited about, but the rest of the hand is strong enough to come over the top with, I believe. I can still call a re-raise, I would think. Yeah, that's an appreciated opinion, Miroslav. I dig it. And I'll certainly think about it too. Right. Actually, think I will bet this, because I'm not gonna be too sad if he decides to come over the top here. Narrowrin. Welcome back to the channel. Nice to see you. So how's the player pool doing? 47 entries. Okay, so we can pick and choose our tables if one isn't to our liking. I think I might do that in a few moments. Neverin, right. So the last month I basically broke even, to be honest. Certainly deserved some part of that. Certainly lost many binds here and there, or enough binds here and there that were by my own stupidity. But the majority of things I lost were just that didn't go my way, resulting in me breaking even. It was the dealer being unnaturally unkind to me. So yeah. And now the rakeback came in, making that month alrighty. And the new month, or at the end, I had my best session ever in terms of binds and of course monetary terms. The 10 big blind pot limit Omaha, where I was up 14 buy-ins for the day. I think it was just before I left for my little mini trip there. But I'm very comfortable in the on PLO 20 now, for sure. And already have my sights set on PLO 50. That'll have to wait until the bankroll is there. So it seems to hold true that the tables during the day are a little bit more action packed all in all. And the tables in the evening tend to be a little bit more sleepy. I have a pretty decent wrap down here. Make that a top pair now. Guess I'll check behind, right? Certainly looks like he has a 4. I'm blocking him having a similar wrap, similar straights quite heavily. Yeah. So the king, jack, jack 4 makes sense, yeah, sure. I think this could have gone much worse. Also could have gone better, like put an ace or something to my straight down out there. And he might not have been able to fold. So I think this table here is a good candidate to switch it out for a better one. Ah, there you go. He bets it, really. Fair enough, I guess. And man, tables are sleepy. There are a lot of yellow shirts on all the tables. Guess table 1 is alright. Calling here once, although on this board there's not too many turns that are gonna be super exciting. See if he bets again. Fair enough, I tend to believe. Turn gives us an open-ender on top of the overpair. Chicken behind, also a good option, all in all. Let's see a showdown. Yeah, made a full house in the end. So there shouldn't be too many threes out there. And like jacks, queens, 10, something like that. Hopefully has a tough time calling here. Sure, the main hands are trying to fold out. Nice. Ooh, we get aces up here, where I'm a little bit short. Sitting on 60 big blinds. Let's see ace 10 deuce, king of suited hearts. And yet more aces down here, in the big blind this time, so hopefully some action once it gets around to us. Come on, Greg. You got the button, really. I think we need another table change. Even closing the action, I think it's a little bit thin. Yeah. Took it down here with the race, with the king queen 9-9. Blind versus blind. Bigger part happening up here. Certainly folded fine. Just opening up tables on the side to see how those tables are, and then I can switch out one of the ones that I'm sitting on. Probably this one seems to be on the tighter end of things. Here I saw no reason to c-bet this board. I think it's a pot size. I can't do anything but let it go. It's something I very much have to look into, the small blind versus big blind situations when I'm the small blind. Because from what the little I know about that situation specifically is that there isn't much betting going on from the, like once you see the flop from the small blind. And so I'm a little bit lost in these spots. But I'll make a point of reading up on them. Please don't all draw me on the river again. I'm not promising anything. But good luck, mate. Yeah, if I left one of the tables, then yeah, you heard why. It's because I'm looking for greener pastures. I don't remember the hand, but I do remember getting there on the river against you. Didn't you have a set and I made like the higher set with aces? Was that you? Was that spot? The hand is all over the place. I don't see any point in completing and calling here, even closing the action. The 5 to deuce is not really doing it for me. So how's PLO 20 going for you in Narrowin? How's Run It Once poker been treating you? Well, I hope. Top pair and the gutter to the nuts. On the Shane J table, you're sitting behind me. Hang on. See if I'm still on that at that table. Oh, here. So you're Mikey. Right. So this here is Neverwin, a friend of the channel, getting the orange shirt, which means exactly that. He bets pot, and that is not a happy thing indeed. That's the flush draw and the gutter. I am gonna call it though. Interesting spot down here. And something happened. Slavitic! Hey, thanks for the follow. That's very nice. Yeah, he bets pot. I'm gonna need to let it go. Yeah, I do end up making my flush. I mean, I had a pretty decent hand. I had 2 gut shots. Actually 3 on the turn. Second nut flush draw. So you have position on me here, Narrowin. Fair enough. Really, with the raise, huh? I mean, I'm not folding. Very often this is almost always for value, I think. Am I folding here? No, I'm not folding the second nuts still. But sometimes exactly that happens. The king high blocker was an interesting bet sizing he chose. It looked very value heavy. Like had he potted, that's much more what's the word, polarized. Where they either have it or they bluff. This bet setting is more geared to make it look like a value bet, I think. Didn't work though. Yeah, don't look down too much on my blind versus blind on my heads-up game. It sucks, and I'm well aware of it. But I'll do my best. Okay, with the ace of diamonds, of course the set here. I guess I could have let out the set. Yeah, actually wouldn't have minded. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think he's ever gonna raise here. I can certainly put on more pressure on the river. Or just playing get there with a paired board. In a splash pot, what's my note about this dude? Oh, he was the stabby dude, huh? I'm still not folding this, I think. We are really short. No, that's not even a full pot size raise. Can't fold it. One buy-in is nothing at all, narrow, but good to hear that you having kind of an upswing and you will sort it out, and you're pushing through basically. Okay, money's going in. Not flush draw, backdoor flush draw, and a gut shot. Mirror slut. I've been thinking along the same lines recently. Oh, really? Ah. Take that, Ben. Of course, that was completely standard. His re-raise was fine, I think. All good. Yeah, I've been thinking the same with the anonymous tables. You can get away playing a little bit more unbalanced. The thing is, though, I still need to learn the balance play first before I can go off balance. See, I've been a short stack specialist, Mirror Slut, for the last 1.5 years. And I played really short with 30 big blinds. And that was a completely different game, much tighter, and I tend to be a tighter player in any case. But my point is I still have to find my bearings better at 100 BB poker. But I agree. I think that's something to think about, something to consider for sure. We end up making the toppest of pairs here. Sorry, I had the wrong table in focus there. I don't think it's gonna be doing much for us here. I'm just gonna pitch it. Yeah, I took it down pre with the ace king 9-8 double suited. Yeah, my feeling is you're right. Aggressive and a little bit unbalanced might be the way to go on this side. Especially since you're completely anonymous. Like on every table you sit down, you are a different person for the other people sitting there. So nobody's gonna ever know if you multi-table or not. Wouldn't be surprised if he bets. He seems to be betting a lot. Down here, the open-ended top pair, backdoor flush draw, let's call this. Giving me the nut straight. Fortunately, 3 clubs out there now. And I think this I'll bet. It's not like I'm losing huge amounts of equity here. Should he come over the top? He bets really large, but I do have that one club making me want to call here. That king is not the greatest thing. That queen, sorry. Because now that would be another straight beating me. Woo! Nice. Up here on this table, he ended up taking it down because I spazzed out and checked the 7 of hearts river there. Having bet the turn, that was not my intention. And he didn't have hearts. He had the nut straight though. On that King Queen 10-9 board there on the turn, I mean. Yeah, who knows if he would have folded this one under the gun. I mean, there's one guy sitting out, but still I prefer to pitch it, I think. Yeah, especially being a little bit shorter. Samuel S. on the other table. Let's find a Samuel S. Ooh, there you go. So this is narrowing as well. Cool. Good luck, mate. Not sure about these hands. Like if it's suited to the ace, I'm calling it always. But this specific hand, even with the big blind discount, I don't think pitching it is horrible. Ooh, that's a lot of aces. If we see some raises in front of us. No, huh? Okay. Play small ball. If we're lucky, he comes over the top. Hey, fingers crossed that that's gonna be the case, Borthwick. Let April be your redemption month. Kinda hoping for the same after having breaking even, which is not horrible. Sounds like you had a worse month. But interesting you said hand histories are available in March. Have you heard that somewhere? Because I hadn't. That would be very cool. Let's just let it go. Straight to the old gods and the new. I just listened to that one as an audiobook. American Gods by Neil Gaiman, right? Right. We're one off the button here, basically. I think it's still a fold. Check this one out. Treat it as the cutoff. But I think I checked out a similar hand earlier. And it should have been folded with the fives and the deuce. Yep, that's perfect. That is actually completely correct. Right, if any of you is a no limit player, and in case you're playing a little bit higher right now, the Super Splash promotion is live on No Limit 100 on Run It Once, where they give back 80 instead of 51% rake back in the form of splashes, and that usually means that you are privy to some rather large splashes during the time. When the same thing went down at PLO 20, we saw one 200 big blind and one 1000 big blind splash in the span of, what was it, 7 hours, I believe? Yeah, nothing really exciting going on right now on any table. This one, I honestly don't know. I do want to play a hand, so that made me call. I have a feeling it gee, I don't know. It should be folded. Let's check it out in a moment once the pre-flop is over there. Of course it should always be played, because you're just gonna flop pure. No, but in all seriousness, Jack 7, it's fine. It's actually fine. The Jack 7. For some reason all the jacks would be calls, queen jacks, except for the Jack 6. I guess it's like a balancing thing in the solver approach. That is awesome. That we get to put all the money in. So yes, please. Come on, do it for us. Just gets there right away, huh? Disgusting. Nah, good for him. Hartman! Woot! Welcome back, Hartman. State secret successfully delivered. I mean... sorry, I mean no. It took me years to learn that, you know, that level of deception right there. So flopping top 2 here with a backdoor flush. Okay, that was a really quick race. It's a sucky card, but it's not completing any straights. Hating life. Actually, I would have preferred had I gone in on the turn here. For this price, I call and look stupid. Yeah, he had crap. He had proper crap, wow. Blockers and a flush in the end. Jesus. So let me see if I can take some sort of coherent note on that. Not happy. Not a happy spot. Yeah, that's why I would have preferred to raise the turn there. Not to get him out, I think that was unlikely. But just to save you from having a tough decision there, which it kind of was. But I don't mind having called. That being said, I don't mind. Price was just too good. Ah, right. I gotcha. From Hasters, if I could. Oh, one of those months, huh? Ugh. Sorry, man. Certainly been there. I mean, there is that big update coming in the next weeks. And maybe it'll contain that. Certainly looking forward to it. Big. So here we have... Oh, not Borthwick. Narrowin. Nice takedown there. Very nice. Let's steal Narrowin's big blind here. Hopefully. Lol. Phew. All mine these 20 cents. Take that. Good game. Nah. Not suited to the ace. I'll let it go. Queen 10-3. I think we're getting the price. Flop the toughest of pairs. Backdoor not flush drawn. That's pretty much it for now. It's a rather interesting card, giving us the nut flush draw and a gut shot. This is just the strangest bet sizing. my stack size coming over the top is probably not horrible either, I would say. And now we have them nuts. Neato. Yeah, perfect. Triple up here. Queen 986. Okay. I'm not sure if I could have made that call in his spot sandwich with one dude left to act behind me. Also, being as short as I am here, I think this should have been a fold, to be honest. It's a different story at 100 big blinds, but approaching the 30 big blind mark here, it is completely different. People have strange bet sizes today. What's up with that? So I don't think I will fold, having the 6 in my hand here. Nah. Can't really make heads or tails of this hand. That's something. 5-5, 4 deuce, double suited. In the splash pot, I think I... Wait. Trying to call. And the Glory Man back in the chat as well. Okay. Honestly, this one, I mean... Against a loose passive, probably more of a fold, to be honest. Yeah. Whereas here, with one capped range in there, we are certainly a fine spot to squeeze, I would say. Yeah. There is that to be said for Admiral Slut. Don't get distracted. And I used to be a player, you know, who refreshed his graph in Pocket Tracker like every couple of minutes when I played on other networks. So that's certainly a different playing experience here, and one I like better. Okay, I think now I'm gonna reload here. Not a fun spot at all. I think I should have foregone the c-bet here. Just check behind. On a board where I'm not blocking the straight draws, was a little bit too optimistic. Yeah. I think that would have been the way to go. Just check behind. I think I'll let it go. So I think we're down a little, like 1.5 buy-ins, something like that. Actually, 2 buy-ins. Fair enough. I think I certainly have myself to blame partially. Though I did get drawn out on when I had the top set there. Do remember that. Feel like wet noodles. Oh man, if you haven't worked out for a while and then you do something like that, squats. Yeah. That's something else. And it is nice to have the Gloryman back. It really is nice. Also nice is turning the nuts with a redraw. I don't think I'm too concerned about that, to be honest. Just do want to let him possibly bluff at it. I think that's the way. Stabby, stabby. Here I have very decent blockers, so let's put them to work. End up taking it down right away. Nice. Only if you don't laugh at mine. That reminds me of a conversation I had in the locker room. Oh. So let's take a second look at all our tables, see if there's maybe some potential to improve, i.e. switch out tables. This table seems alright with this dude on it. Here, probably alright. How about this one? The loose aggro dude. No reads, no reads. Okay, we'll stick around then. Got a nice hand down here, the ace 10, 7, 5, double suited on the button. Yeah, they do have that bug still. Very unfortunate. This, however, is pretty nice. The mental record of poker, that is nicely phrased. What the deuce is that? That song, I mean, hang on. Just fast forward this. Okay, let's... As Random Shell would say, let's Cersei that track. It shall never be heard again. Wait, what? Okay, here again I have really nice blockers. Actually end up making a straight. Here, so he raised, then now he checks. I'm utterly confused. I'll just check behind. I can't make heads or tails of this. Yeah, that's certainly one possibility. Strange river check, man. And here, having showdown value, I don't need to turn this into a bluff anymore. That's such a strange hand here that he decided to check there on the river. But I've seen the trick being done once or twice, which is why I didn't bet. Here we have a pair and open ender. There was a slow roll? I didn't even notice. Powerlifter, wow. Go. Nice. Well, if there's no entertaining hands coming our way, it's the least I can do. Yeah, good balance in life, I definitely have some work ahead in that regard, work ahead of me. I mean, do some exercise, something like that. Just go back jogging. I think would do me wonders. Also gonna help the poker game for sure. Right, so by the way, I got some questions answered about the non-compete thingy you have to sign as a level 2 streamer. And it's nowhere near as bad as I thought. I was being overly cautious in the beginning, so I can still keep the mastermind banner on the channel. I can talk about the mastermind, I can talk about the PLO matrix. The only thing I can't do is, which makes sense, is talk about reg big deals I have on other sites and like give you pointers how to get them. Because that makes sense to me that that's not behavior that Runner wants to see in their streamers. They would rather have people playing on their side, so that's all fair. But for me it's nice to know, and I thought it might be interesting to you guys, that I was being a little bit overly cautious there, so I can freely talk about the mastermind, about my opinion about it, about the PLO matrix, and that I'm using it, and what I think about that, and yeah, it's all good. And I think it must have been the shout out from Phil Gelfand in his blog, which blew my mind, but somehow I gained like 30 or 35 followers for the channel when I was gone for a week. I have no idea why, but I think that might have been it. Impossible, I think, for me, memorizing that matrix. I think there are like underlying rules, guidelines that are part of it. So whenever I see something where I go like, oh, so why should I be raising this or should I be doing this? I try to find ways so it makes sense in my head. So okay, the sidecards weren't connected enough, so it should be a fold and stuff like that. And I think these things I will be able to keep in my head. But memorizing the whole matrix, no chance. That's way too much. Unless you're a savant, unless you have a special gift for things like these. That is a good slow roll. That's pretty crafty. Yeah, certainly parts of it you can be memorized, of course, but the whole thing, or you know, a large part of it, no chance for me. The pocket aces. My notes say he opened a 5-5-4 deuce double suited. Not quite a hand, unfortunately. No suits. Do have a hand over here though. The ace jack 10-10, single suited in spades. Not folding, even not as a short stack. Against a tight pass of 2-2, as a short stack himself, should be 3-betting really conservatively. And should be, which might be an indication to lay this one down before the flop, not call the 3-bet. But then again, I found that most people don't short stack all that well. Which led me to call there. Aces as a short stacker up here. Good start. Let's put the squeeze in. If anyone calls, we'll be able to go all in on the flop. Which is certainly nice. That's just awesome. Should hopefully shut out these guys. Much rather play this heads up. And he has the perfect hand against us, and we flop pure and don't get drawn out on. Would have been hard on that board. Nice. So nice double up, or almost triple up here. No, double up. A little more than double up. Going hard on those quizzes lately. I'll do that. I just watched... how helpful is the matrix? Hang on. Ace 8, 5, 3 might be a case for a call here, possibly. I think it's a little bit thin to come over the top. Right, so have I ever shown the matrix on stream? Because I certainly can, if any of you are interested how it works, what it is. For me, it's awesome, because all the pre-flop stuff is the most important in PLO, for me at least. Like, post-flop, I, at least more often than not, have a rough idea of what I should be doing, or sometimes even better than just a rough idea, don't get me wrong. But just pre-flop, I feel lost a lot of the times. And for that it's excellent, and I will keep using it for a while. And actually, I'll ask if I can get it for free if I put a banner on my channel. Now that I know I can, and it is a product I definitely stand behind. Maybe I can strike up a deal. Be fun. But if not, that's just me thinking out loud and being optimistic. I will keep using it one way or the other. And it is improving my game for sure. Like, I'm still looking up a lot of spots that I've looked up before, but also it happens more and more that I look something up where I have an idea, or even say on stream what I think the result is going to be, and I'm right. Happened a bunch of times today, and that's a recent development, I would say, for 100 BB poker. Repetition, repetition, and forgot the third one. That's what does it for me. So I made a rather optimistic call here, and I would treat this as me having the nuts at this point, I think. Even check all the way. Don't think this should be called. Let's do check it out. Yeah, and it shouldn't be. A little bit too disconnected. 7-6 would be fine. 7-5, the gap is just not helpful there. But yeah, I was saying those quizzes, they are amazing in the Matrix and Mastermind. And the later ones are getting more and more extensive too. Getting longer and longer. They do help me a lot, they honestly do. Yeah. Also, they explain the key concepts of the video you just watched, like in a short version once more, and then sometimes even give additional insights into the video. And I dig that a lot. It helps my learning style, at least. It's good for me. So I can help out Borthwick. I'm sure he's gonna have an answer for you by the time this runs past you. But the quizzes are always regarding the last video you just watched. So at the end of the video, there's like, you can take the quiz, you click that, it links you to the quiz. And me personally, I've been doing somewhere between alright and very well on them. Sure, I'll pull it on screen in a moment. Some stuff going on, not sure what the move is down here. Queen Jack 10, I think it might be strong enough to be calling here. Just because of the Jack 10 combo. And what do you know? Here I'm gonna have to let it go. The turn call was certainly alright with the middle pair there and the nut flush draw. No regrets. Just calling here seems to be the way. That king is not the happiest of turns, I would say. Try to get it for free. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, might as well. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Is that the saying? I think it is. If he comes over the top here, it would be so ugly if he really slow played those kings from the turn on. I don't think it's likely, but... Ooh, actually that's a narrow win, right? Right, Mikey. So please, narrow win, do not come over the top. You'll see I got lucky there. I'm assuming you had me in bad shape pre. It was a good fold now when I flopped it, couldn't do anything about it. Right, about that matrix. I'm gonna resize the whole thing a little bit. And you will also, I think that'll also make it clear why it's so hard. Like showing it on screen will demonstrate why it's so hard to memorize, try memorizing it. Okay, first things first, we got aces over here. We flopped the toppest of pair here in this part. He bets half pot on the on this board. Let's call. Not a bad turn by any means. He bets half again. I'm gonna call again on that ace 3-3 board. Another 6 rolls off, making the board double paired. I think we're good. Or we're splitting. Yeah, we're just good. And here I think pot is the answer. Not potting here too much. Rabbit didn't get it right first time around. That's not bad at all. Right, so they made the matrix. So this is the matrix in its entirety. Here, like, hang on, what's happening? Okay, so first you select the stakes. It's geared towards different stakes. It takes different rakes into consideration, basically. And so you're on, there's a dividing line here. So you have two matrices. Matrices? I always forget the plural in English. So this one is 400 BB, and down here, actually I don't know where the selection thingy is. Might be because I have the window a little bit smaller. Hang on. I did outdraw you again. I'm certain I have. So I have the nut flush drawn. I have a gutter. I think. I'm not folding on the turn unless the board pairs. Yeah. Just with a jack, wow, jack 10 king king, huh? I mean, he had the 10 blocker, fair enough, I guess. Oh, I can have it open. I can use it while playing too, but I made it clear to support it. I only use it after the flop. It's fine, I took care of that with support. I asked him before I used it, because I don't want to, you know, jeopardize anything. And here we're going to play aces in a three-way pot. Stand to win 33 euros and 15. Please push the other gentleman out. Okay. Don't get there. He does get... he has a perfect hand for... to be up against aces. And wow! Would you look at that? A 160 euro splash pot. That is what? That is 800 big blinds. Wow! We have a pair. We have a suit. Our cards are connected. Maybe these two gentlemen are gonna... this one is gonna stay out. Let's see. Nope. Then he's not folding. Yeah, he is folding. Really? We don't have the best flush, unfortunately, right? Yeah, almost everybody made a flush. Ooh, that was exciting. Certainly had me excited. Right, in PLO you cannot memorize the pre-flop strategy. That's the thing about it, unfortunately. So yeah, let me show you the matrix. So disregard. Why does it do that? Oh, because I hit. Yeah, never mind. I hit the F key here. Disregard the blue part. You can have two matrices shown at the same time. So first you select your position, like you're under the gun, button, small blind, whatever. Or you can also say I am button versus middle position. So middle position opened. I'm on the button. What should I do? Or down here you have squeezes, like button squeeze under the gun, small blind squeeze under the gun. And if your squeeze scenario isn't listed here, you select the one that is closest to it, and the results are going to be almost the same. So, which is why they don't have every single squeeze scenario here. And stuff keeps happening. So right, let's say you're on the button, you're thinking about you're in a spot where the MP opened. And then you put in your hands. Up here are the double suited hands, down here are the single suited hands, and in the middle these are the pocket pairs, either single or double suited, like single suited nines, single suited eights, double suited nines, I mean, sorry. Okay, so we have the top pair. Random chill, you turned in at the right time, right? I assume you saw that huge splash. So I'm gonna stick on the call if it's a top pair, the open ender. Really hoping he doesn't come over the top now. Looks like he... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, looks like he might. And APS one. Yeah, unfortunately, you're gonna see something even nicer in a moment. Yeah, I need to fold this. I have a decent hand down here. But let's continue the last part of the major... Oh, hang on. Let's not. Yeah, right? 160 euros. That would have been sweet. That would have been sweet. The 5-5 board, right? It's unfortunate that everybody in the mother had clubs there. Yeah, I was trying my best. I was gritting my teeth and going like... Didn't help. Didn't work. Take it down. Next time. We have been running exceptionally well in splash pots, so... It's just fair that other people are taking it down for a moment. Lighting money on fire. Right. It was exciting though. It's been a while since we've seen it's only the second time ever we've seen like a really huge splash on PLO 20. The other one was a 1000 big blind splash. Right, and finishing off the matrix demonstration. So then you select your hand. Let's say you have an ace king suited and then you select your side cards. So like ace king, queen jack, and then there's a... Like it has an explanation for all the colors down here. So like this would be a raise call, this would be a raise fold, this would just be a call. The gray ones would just be a fold. And yeah, stuff like that. Ooh, how is that for a turn? And that's how you use the matrix, basically. Yeah, right, random? I mean... I didn't see the problem there, making a hand. The dealer didn't agree, though. Woot, we get called. Guess that's a 10, right? Nice, getting some money back. And a huge splash right away. Right after, I mean. What did he have there? Did he really have aces or something like that? Kings, huh? Wow. Kings with the king of spades. All happy, I'd say. Right, so in a rather large pot, we flopped a top pair and a gut shot. Let's move this out of the way. If you have any more questions about the matrix, I'll happily bring it back into focus. Actually, I do have... I think I need to let it go for full pot. And 3 clubs came on board, right? That was, yeah. And another dude had another club, a single club. Put that in your blocker strategy and smoke it, yeah. The ranges are based on solver ranges and positions. It's not that simplified, actually. It's quite extensive, the matrix, I find. Because first you select the pre-flop situation, like either the spot you're in or what you're up against, like middle position versus under the gun raise, and then your hands regarding on depending on suits, double suited, single suited. I think that is a very, very neat system. Right, so up here, I do make a straight. Wonder if I should bet it. I don't think so, out of position. Here... I mean, that... It means against an overpair, my 2-pair outs are not good. I'll let it go. Here I ended up calling. See what happens now if the board pairing slows him down. Wouldn't be surprised to lose it. Yeah, he had the jack 10. Up top 2 here. Actually on the rainbow board I could have bet smaller or just checked. Hang on. I think I'm putting it in, right? It's a strange spot, him folding. Network error? I think I've seen some dropped frames here, like 0.2%. Something happened. Possibly on my end. Right, Jay Hernandez teach you to play pre-flop. Well, he has several. He has a whole bunch of videos dealing with that on his course. He also has a pre-flop trainer now, which is very nice. Still have a dead screen and arrow, really? Have to reboot, yeah, possibly. Right, so I have the top pair with 3 ways here. I have the ace of hearts. I think I'll just pot it, to be honest. Yeah. Really wouldn't know what other bet sizing to choose, and I'm never checking. Do take it down. Right, so Jay Hernandez and preflop, right. So he does have that preflop trainer, which is a very nice tool because it gives more extensive info about what to do in various scenarios, like what if you get raised, what if you get a razor in the collar, which the matrix doesn't really cover these spots. And so for that it's very nice. And of course there's various sections in his courses, various videos in his courses that deal with that. And do so in a very nice manner. Also he does a preflop chart, like a very extensive Excel file, like a huge Excel file. Yeah, try to restart that one, random. I mean, yeah, never mind, by the time you hear this, you probably will have done so, I would assume. And I mean, about the solvers, I'm in two minds about them, because they're not really solvers per se. It's not like pot limit Omaha is not solved. They're approximators, in my mind. Although, I have to admit, I'm not, I don't fully understand how they work. And so it's not pure GTO either, because that would mean that the game has been solved, which it clearly hasn't. Unless they talk about heads-up limit hold'em. That's, as far as I know, the only... right on, random, the only solved poker game that I know of. With the nut flush draw and the gutter and the blockers, I don't mind betting and getting the money in, should that be the case. "65 cool entries at PLO 20, wow! We can really pick our tables now. And we shall. Your picture quality is okay, wonderful, wonderful. Then I don't need to do any rebooting on my end. Reboot the router. Perfect, good to hear. So, let's check out these tables. We have a loose aggro dude here. I like him. Though he's asleep, that was a fairly loose call from what I saw. It's tight aggro. I think we can switch out some tables. Namely, table 3. Doesn't look that hot. Table 1, not sure about that one. Table 2, I mean this one. 66 entries at PLO 20, wow. Without a promotion, I don't think I've ever seen 66 entries. It's quite something. And the No Limit 100 Super Splash promotion is working out. There are 53 entries right now. Very nice. Good for run at once. I'm gonna come over the top, I think, yeah. Here I'm gonna see bet small and then give up. Which is on the more optimistic end against the small blind range here. He certainly is hitting this board, generally speaking, more often than I am. Yeah, I think that table was kind of boring. And we're spoiled for choice, so why stick around? Possibly a call. Hate calling the small blind. In case you're wondering what that was, I made I mixed new liquid for my vape. I still need to shake it all about a little bit. Yeah, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're right. It's marketing. Solver sounds and presumably sells much better. But I mean, I take it in a game like PLO where it's really tough to figure anything out with any reasonable degree of certainty by yourself. I mean, I really appreciate the existence of them and people putting the work in with them and me being able to use the fruits of those labors. Right. I am still gonna keep betting here. Nice. I think there is Gloryman because I would do the Jane Anders stuff first and then the Matrix later, because the Jane Anders stuff gives you like a broader overview. It gives you a very specific overview as well. Especially with Excel charts, but it gives you a more broader overview over like range composition, like what hands are playable and and why. And so even if you don't have, if you're not using the matrix, then it'll allow you to either know or have a very educated guess about what to look for, what components to look for in a hand that make it playable, depending on the position and all that. So I think that is still very valuable. And then get the matrix for, you know, all the specifics. We go like, should I be playing this hand right here, these cards in this spot, and all the other stuff. The fan 83, he's stepped down to No Limit 100, huh? He's a very nice dude. I like hosting him whenever I can, and he came by with a pretty sizable raid 1.5 weeks ago as well. So yeah, I don't mind to shout out to the fan at all. He's a friend of the channel. And also, welcome back, TwitchBot. Nice to see you back here. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for it. Yeah, right. The fan 83 is a fellow German streamer who streams high limit, no limit. High stakes, no limit is the correct term. At least from my point of view, he plays up to 500. I think NL 500. I'm not mistaken. Yes, I'm not surprised that he's stepping down to PLO. What am I talking about? To NL 100. And streaming that with the Super Splash promotion. Good. So I raised, he came over the top, and I'm making 2 pair now. Against Jimmy, huh? I mean... Jimmy. Really, if you spot, this is an interesting one. With me having the Queen of Hearts here, maybe I can get him to lay down, maybe. Please fold, please fold, please fold, please fold, please fold, please fold. Hey, Domogamlo, welcome back to the channel. It's a pleasure. Nice to see you back. Please fold, please fold, please fold, please fold, please fold. Or call and don't have it. No, ace king, right? Ace, always ace king. I knew it. I knew it. Knew it was ace king. That was a brave, brave call. It is indeed. Tomogamla, it is indeed. That is the truth. And on top of that, there was also some streamer rakeback. Good for another 17 buy-ins, I believe. Pilot Ray, hey, welcome to the channel. It's a pleasure. This session is going so-so. I think some of that self-inflicted, sometimes just running bad, getting drawn out on, but I'm reasonably happy. Also, I got the streamer rake back today. Let me check. I think with that all in, we're now down 4.5 buy-ins for the day, so not exactly horrible. But I'm not gonna play short-handed. And I don't need to. Plenty of tables to go around. Ooh, that is a very decent hand. And also we saw a 160 euro splash earlier. 800 big blind splash. Sadly didn't get to win it, but it was exciting seeing it. Happened like, I guess, an hour ago, something like that. 45 minutes ago. Oh, that was sad that it got folded around to me. I had big hopes for this hand. Yeah, and also in this session, I don't feel I've been playing my A game. I had a big dinner, was a bit tired after that. I think I need to eat differently before the session. Because it does seem to have an effect. Big dinner and then, you know, the digestion slows you down. Certainly has an impact on my game. And Gloryman, you're doing a nice job in the chat. So Gloryman and we're still learning how to mod. Now that I'm a mod in the Jane Anders channel as well, I need to pick up on that myself. And it's been a fun journey so far. Ooh, we got a big pot up here. I certainly folded wisely. Wow, this dude is just feeling it. Let's see, maybe he's losing it now. What did he raise there? What happened there? Rusty, so he raised, and Rusty, he raised pre, I mean. He had the ace king 10 7 double suited, fair enough, yeah, that's certainly a raising hand. But Blake just raised top pair and no kicker, no blockers on the flop, wow. I think we might be good here, but I didn't want to bet it. I have pot, I'm certainly going to call here. Making top pair, I don't think that's all that useful. This is pretty nice. I was actually hoping to be able to use the spade blocker, but I'm just making the straight. The current nuts is certainly fine by me. Didn't really pay attention to this hand, I guess, because I do have a nice one. Of course, not the ideal river. He really did have it. Oh, with the flush draw on top. Okay, that does make sense. I discounted that one. I was trying to think of any king queen combo that would be in it at this point. I didn't think about king queen with the flush draw. That makes sense. That was the reason why I called here and called relatively quickly, because I figured there aren't too many king queens he's gonna show up with. That is certainly one of them. That was misjudgment on my part. Didn't think of that, which, you know, was obvious. That would be a combination he very well might have. King queen and the flush draw. Duh. Oh well. Well, if I keep doing things like that, then I'm not going to be able to turn the session around. Actually, you know what? In the cutoff, I think this is a fold. Let's check it out in a moment once the pre-flop is over. I mean, there's not that many hands that are going to be... that are playable with 3 and a deuce in them. We have a gutter and the flush draw. Hey, always, Gloryman, always. If you have any ideas how to improve it on how improve the Discord, I'm all for it. I think I don't lose too much equity by betting here. Not sure if that's right. It worked, so I'll take comfort in that. Neowin, good to hear. Good to hear that you made it. Made 2 buy-ins there. And thanks for the good luck. And I'll see you soon as well. Have a very, very decent evening. The king queen 3 deuce, right? That's what I wanted to check out in the cutoff. Yeah. The 4-3 would be fine. Let's check it out on the button. I'm gonna call you once. See what happens on a turn. Here a 6 rolls off. So let's check it for the button. In the cutoff it was a fold, but closely so, and on the button it's fine, so it's somewhere in between. It's not horrible to be in there. Not the ideal river. Yeah, also called too quickly, but then again, yeah, I already said I didn't think about that at all. That would be a viable king-queen combo he might have there. I mean, I could see him doing that with just blockers, like queens or kings, certainly an option. Like thinking about hands that would do that I could actually win against. And welcome back, Random Shield. I assume your technical issues are now sorted. I hope. Just deadpan response. I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it. I can't do deadpan on command. It's also an interesting turn of phrase, deadpan. Wonder how what the etymology of that is. Is that a thing for phrases? I know it's a thing for words. What the history of it is. Let me put it like that. When were those dudes all in? I think he's losing it. Just checking out that hand there. What happened? That song is growing on me, by the way. Kinda dig it. Right, still trying to figure out what happened in that hand. They raised before the flop. It's Blake. Yeah, I think he's losing it. Yeah, I think it's a perfect word to describe British humor, usually. That's very deadpan. We have the open-ender, we have the aces. No need to bet pot, I think. That part of the song isn't as good as I remember. Oh well. I mean, I'm not excited, but the money is going in. Helps that we have one diamond blocking the flush draw a little. Right away, just a pure flush draw in the gutter, really. Wow. Fair enough. Well, that's not helping the session either. Der Alte! Very good evening, sir. Oh, now I remember right, that song had a really strange ending. Okay, I need to let this one go. It's very unfortunate. It's a good story. Well, I mean, it's not the Queen of Hearts, so could have been worse. No, I'm not sure I can fold if he bets now. You know, blocking sets, which would make sense. He doesn't. Guess he'd like the ace-jack, possibly. No, queen-jack, 9-8. Oh, fair enough. Hey, awesome, Gloryman. Sounds good to me. I would think that in the beginning we maybe don't need that many channels, but I honestly have no idea. And if you put in some research time, so to say, then that's awesome. If you also speak English like an American. I like it. Ah, in the 1920s was slang for face. That is interesting. Makes sense, yeah, yeah. Mit einem Totengesicht. A dead face, huh? As the Germans would say. Interesting. And thanks for telling me. I always dig stuff like that. That face comedy, yeah. Unfortunately, no, Delta. I'm not getting crushed either, but I'm down like, I think having lost that buy-in, now 5 buy-ins for the day. Certainly one or two of them I can have to admit were self-inflicted, but nowhere near all of them. So it's like always, or like often enough in the last month, where I get drawn out, get the money in well, and don't get the money back, or don't win the pot by the end of the hand. But it'll turn around. There is a. You're right. Yeah, this is a very educational channel. Poker, linguistics. Not as great at. I appreciate the kind words. I think against the button who can show up with any number of hands here, I want to see bet. Nice. Also the cutoff, this has to be fine, I would say. Ace Jack 9 is connected enough. 5 is not horrible. Do have a gutter against a button call here. Not as call? You mean not as calm or calm? Oh. The streaming helps immensely, man. When I'm not streaming and I play off stream, it's a slightly different story. But it's tough for emotions to build up when you let them out with every sentence. So that helps immensely. Doing wonders for my mental game. Stephen Wright? Almost comatose. I have to Google, see if I can put a face to that name. I have to Google him, I mean. Oh, this is an interesting spot. I think I'll lead this one. Really? Ah, man. Then I have to let it go. It's unfortunate. I liked my lead. All the 10s here. Guess he has a set. Either he has the straight or he has a set, huh? Sucks. Shows me better. Fair enough, random. Fair enough. That's not a happy turn. On the other hand, kinda like where this went, all in all. Making mistakes in my Discord, yeah. Sounds sensible if you ask me. These mistakes of mine I prefer to have on company time. Alright, alright. Is it now? I'm still gonna have to wait a little, but give me another 6 weeks or something. So I'm gonna have not close, really. Very interesting. And it is interesting timing. I had a discussion, as Random Shill is saying, we had a discussion about it earlier. Yeah, the game might be, and I appreciate these words immensely. Just a bankroll wouldn't have the mental calmness that I can, display right now. When I'm down like 5 buy-ins for the day. I'm like, yeah, not a huge thing. It's different when the bankroll is smaller. But yeah, give me a few weeks. I have money coming in from another thing, and that'll put my bankroll at I'll be ready for PLO 50 basically. Yeah, they are. I mean, you just saw that one hand there. Got called by the pure flush draw. He got there right away on the turn. Basically, the story of my day. It's all right though. $28K draw. Antonio. Okay, yeah. Down there. Yeah, I would like to have the comfort of the big bankroll for sure. And you're right, it is easy to go soft and to go broke. Not to go soft in broken games. It's a completely different topic. Also a rather kinky one. But to go broke in soft games, right? For the full part, I can't really do it. Let's raise this one. For shits and giggles, basically. So what is the move there? Whew. No, the move is here. Move is to raise. Yeah, the bankroll, so I'm comfortable. I completely agreed. And I will get there in a couple of, provided I'm not going on a huge losing streak in the meantime. I should have the 100 buy-ins required in a couple of weeks. When that money hits my account from another source. Yeah, that's also very true. And to be quite honest, my head hasn't been quite in the game in the second part of today's stream. I think my large dinner kind of weighed me down a little. Wow, really? How about that flop? Would never cut off your chance to build a pot with a made hand, yeah? Yeah? You don't protest too much. Some Shakespeare in the chat, huh? Wow. Yeah. Actually, that is like with a 10 BB win rate. I did some simulations on like the variant simulator. The worst downswing a 10 BB player can expect during a reasonably expect doing a 100,000 hand sample was 45 buy-ins. King 7-7 down here. Sounds good to me. What does the time say? Could walk the dog. Actually, I'll do that, I think, in like 10-15 minutes. I'll host somebody for the 50 minutes I'm gone and then start the stream anew. But first, a few more heads of poker coming up. Get raised here by a loose aggressive dude who rightfully should deserve a blue shirt. Wonder if I'm going over the top here. Nah. This is not a happy board. Yeah, that is certainly possible and viable now with PLO 20 on the side, where it's not as daunting to make some buy-ins back. It was a different story before we got PLO 10. PLO 20, sorry, when we only had PLO 10, then you know, one buy-in at PLO 50 would be 5 buy-ins at PLO 10. Now it's doable, yeah, agreed. Really? Really? You have queens? Oh, ace queen. Sucky river. Ooh, what you get, Frenchie? I needs to know right now. I would like to guess fair, yeah. In STD. The gift that keeps on giving. Dumla Gamla, I haven't. And I certainly lack on the exercising front, as in, you know, completely right now. And I noticed the benefits 2 years ago when I took up jogging for a while. It was amazing for my mindset. So probably something I should think about implementing fairly soon again. You got a nitro cold brew coffee. That sounds so American. A lot of buzzwords in there. One is nice, the other is living like a baller. Oh, how's that for a board? It's a rather good one, I would say. Sorry, I meant here. Here, I mean, with the jacks, I might be able to go for it, actually. Took it down on table 1 with a half-pot c-bet. And it is conceivable that I'm waiting with a straight here, having no clubs until the turn to bet. Is he call happy? He was to do... Oh, he was raise happy. Not sure how call happy he is. But if he checks, I'm definitely potting here. Let me finish my coffee, Natal. Good answer. It's a really good answer. And you got the machine, huh? Wow. So I'm assuming that's like iced coffee. You know, usually takes a couple of decades, years or decades, until inventions like these hit Europe. We're just now starting to get decent cup holders in cars, for Pete's sake. I mean, how backwards is that? Yeah, certainly not a profitable session so far. I think I'll walk the dog in a moment. Might help me get my head into the game. Yeah, down 6 buy-ins. Almost. Not great. But I really can't take the blame for all of these. Got a little bit unlucky here and there. What? Stuff happened. Jazz lover. That's a nice nick. Being a jazz fan myself. Has followed. Thank you very much. And rotisserie chicken. I have a soft spot for rotisserie chicken. Closing the action. Of course, we're gonna call with the ace jack jack 6 single suited to the ace. Not the board we were looking for though. I think it died out because, well, heads up, because Black Friday. You know, at least online, you needed to have the Americans for it. So overnight, yeah, because I was a limit player back then, actually a professional limit player. And playing full ring tables too, I never had the aggression necessary for the 6-max games and limit. So yeah, that was basically, it happened overnight. I'm kind of thinking you might be talking about live games, and there I have no idea, unfortunately. King Queen 7-8. Let's raise this one. Get raised. I think this is a hand I can call with. Oh, what do you know? No reason to lead out with the second nut flush draw as backup as well. Yeah, and he oh no, really? That's how the day has been going. Make that 7 buy-ins down. Wow. What can you do? Although it's not getting to me, so that's all good on that front. Not getting annoyed or anything. Because it's boring. I disagree. I loved Limit. The week I spent in 2000, what was it, 13 in Vegas playing live was awesome. I had a whole lot of fun there. Weird enough. Yeah, me too. That is one lively chat tonight. I dig it. I think this is a hand that should be let go. Let's check it out. Assume we're MPs, as one person is missing. Oh hell, actually no. With the ace-4 double suited, it's fine. Very interesting. I honestly didn't know. So yeah, next time this is gonna be a race, and a race call at that. Here, I mean, there's not much I can do. Now that it got checked through twice. With the 10, I guess I could sort of represent the straight. Take a stab at it. Oh, that's sad though. The coffee maker, especially if you liked it, died. For me, I don't really care where my coffee comes from. I put so much milk and sugar in it, it always tastes like sweet milk. So same difference for me. But that being said, I do miss the coffee mate from the States. The flavored coffee creamer. Oh, that's good stuff. Want to drink tea? Yeah, you know, I switched to tea myself with the streaming. One coffee in the morning, and that's usually it. I have the top pair, the nut flush draw. The 6 as a block or 2 straights is helpful. Vector straights myself, I guess. Do make that 10 high flush now. Oh, right. It had, right? The traffic in No Limit dipped a lot. I have no idea why. I'm curious about that myself. Right, I am assuming that gross was regarding that hand there in table 1. That was just nasty. Interesting random show. So we have middle and bottom pair here. I think I just potted. Yeah, and I think it's a good point in time to go for a doggy walk in a few minutes, and I'll host somebody, and then I'll be back 15 minutes afterwards, 20 minutes afterwards. So 5 more minutes, and then I'll do just that. That's my same problem, random. I bore with No Limit Hold'em. And to be really good at it, you need to study a lot, since there's a lot of knowledge out there, and a lot of players are very good even at the low limits. Is Queen Knight 4. The blue shirt, he was kind of, usually I throw this away, not against him, because he was kind of out there. Unfortunately, he bets full pot and I need to let it go. But he's certainly not as tight or as tight passive as his preflop stats here, or his avatar suggests. Here I took it down with the king, with a middle and bottom pair and the c-bet. By the way. Really? So each day this weekend, I'm just reading a news by Run Once Poker. The Daily Boost. Earn an extra 20% rakeback each day this weekend, starting Friday, by playing a single hand during the boost window between 6 o'clock and 6:15 Central European Time PM. And you get a 20% extra rakeback for 24 hours if you play a hand during that window. With the 6 here, I think I'm gonna bet it. He raises it right away. Fair enough. Not too convinced about my c-bet there, to be honest. Not because of the result, just that's never the thing here. On this channel, just generally speaking. I think I prefer checking more. Well, I can't add anything to that conversation. My knowledge when it comes to nutrition is non-existent. Just checking behind here sounds good to me. I think we either split it or take it down. Yeah, we did split it. I think, right? Split this one. Always hard to tell with the animations. No, he had a 6-high straight. Fair enough. Oh. Hate it when it happens. I have been there, der Alter. I have certainly been there. That just plain old sucks. Okay, not really the river I was looking for here. Right, I think I'll walk the dog in a moment. You like dogs? Just watched Snatch a couple of weeks ago. On a trailer for Ma. And Blue, Parameter Blue. That trailer for Ma. That's a perfect role for what's his nose, Brad Pitt. He did that very well. Alright, so let's see who's online. I mean, it's not gonna be a long host, but I might as well host someone. Oh, Andreas Fröhli is playing. Well, fair enough. And I'll see if I can get my head back into the game. If not, I'll just, you know, I'll see during the next stream. And if not, I'll just call it a night and come back tomorrow. But I don't think I was playing anywhere near my A game during the last, what has it been, 2.5 hours? Didn't help that I get punished over and over by the dealer. Ooh, sorry about that. Right, so I'm gonna call this once. That is not a helpful card. Neither is this one. So this one might actually slow him down. No, huh? On the paired board with the gutter, the second nut flush draw. I don't. Nah, it's fine. I don't have any 10, any 8. I'm not blocking any of the full house combos here. Yeah, so let's host Andreas Fröhli, coach for the Mastermind, actually. Possibly for other stuff as well, other sites as well. I'm not sure about that part. Do take this one down, which is nice. So why am I not leaving this table? Where the suit's different, I would probably come over the top. Well, maybe not with 2 gaps, actually. That is decent. Flopping the nuts with redraws. No spades, though. He bets pot, and I dig that a lot. I'll come on the top, over the top right away, I think. Just considering just calling, letting him... Wow, really? Okay, and now you call and let's just play a huge one. Let me triple up. Okay, I have redraws, man. Yeah, we split this one, made a little profit. Do you meet your dog? I'll bring him up. I'll bring him upstairs. Oh, then you're gonna like ours, random. It's a white German Shepherd. Out of position, gonna bet larger here. Although with this hand, I don't need to bet that large. What a pity. Hang on, I'll call him upstairs. Luis, my here, come. Here. Luis, come. Kom maar hier, Luis, kom. Kom, du Strick. Ah. Luis, come on here, come. Oh, sorry about that. I had the mic on now. Du bist ein feiner Jo. Feiner. Guck mal hier, guck mal hier. Luis, guck mal hier, guck mal hier. Feiner Jo. Yeah, that's Luis the dog. Oh, du bist ein feiner. Wir gehen gleich raus. And now I definitely have, now that I've psyched him up, I definitely have to walk him. You're fine. Right. Oh. 3-bet that queen I run down. Yeah, right? That I did. That one went well. Unfortunately, the other dude had the same hand. And he had a different set of redraws. He could have made a higher straight in the end. The dog in the stream view rate will explode. I also have a very, very photogenic cat. I'll show him next up. Use the heart rate. Well, not everybody's an ass man, Frenchie. Works for some people without the S. Alright. Random shield, that is quite a weather forecast. I would appreciate. I would like it to have a channel like that. Well, for now, I'm gonna host Andreas Fröhli. I'm gonna walk the dog. I'm gonna be back in 50 minutes, and then I'll see if I can get my head into the damn game. Maybe get some revenge, or just some run good from the dealer. Run okay from the dealer would be fine. Until then, thank you for watching. Should you wish to be updated when I come online, follow the channel, otherwise just check back in. I'm here every day. And I'll be back in 15 to 20 minutes. See you.